certain things that we didn't appear to have today, and that was kind of pushing the score when we had an opportunity to. It seemed like we kind of let people in the match, and of course a few of them, but we just didn't push the pace enough. November 14th, I'm not sure we were ready to do that at this time in the season, but definitely showed where we are, where we can really improve.
Brand said he didn't know why the 174 match was stopped when he had him on his back. What was your thoughts on that? What did the official tell you?
They didn't really explain it well. I don't think he was getting there. I don't think he had the angle to really pin him. So I guess you can look at that situation and hope for a better outcome. But in the end, winning 6-1, putting the guy back in the match, but giving Crutchmer a little credit to picking up some takedowns at the end was important for him to see that he needs to piece that match together.
Well, this being such a unique environment, how much stock do you put in the actual individual results for guys?
Well, I mean, the one thing you can take from this is we're not ready. Maybe they ain't either, but in the end, I think individually you can recognize that, hey, to win tough matches, you got to be tough, and you need to make sure your mental approach as you step to the mat is for 7 minutes, not 2, not 3 or 6. It's for 7 minutes.
Were any of your guys overwhelmed by the event, including like Rogers at 84?
I don't think that the event caused anything out there. I think if anything, it's probably a plus being in that environment.
John, what was your take on the environment? What do you think it does for college wrestling?
Well, it was fun, and what I do like is the approach to the preseason, knowing you have this match, and I think the individuals on your team, they understand that they can push a little bit harder. They don't have to pace themselves through the season, but they recognize that, the guys that have been in the program, they know that we changed the preseason for this match, and I really don't see anything but a plus from it as we go forward from here.
Will you guys do this in Stillwater, and can this be replicated?
I think, I'm going to really focus on creating big events at the beginning. I think it's just something you can get ready for. You can get ready for the season. You recognize how tough it is, and you recognize, to win tough matches, you got to be tough, I think that college wrestling needs those big events at the beginning of the year.
Do you think we'll see other schools like Penn State and Ohio State
Well,
try
we
this?
definitely set a standard today, and I don't think people are going to sit around and go, you can have the record, so I think it forces all of us to, pay a little closer attention to creating great environments for dual meets.
How does this compare to what you thought it might be when Tom called you up and asked you to do this?
Excuse me?
I said, how did it turn out in your mind compared to what you thought it might when Tom called you up and asked you to do it?
It turned out a lot better. A couple of times I looked back and I saw all those people along that end down there. It was much greater in being a part of it than what I thought it was going to be, but my quick decision on it was in hopes that it would happen. I didn't want to give them any reason to not do it, and normally the #1 team doesn't go into a big rivalry like this, doesn't go into that situation. But I think in the end, I think we got a chance. I think we can take a lot from the dual meet and give us an opportunity to really understand what it's going to take to be a great team at the end.
John, you weighed in a couple true freshmen, including your son. Any chance we may see them based on what you saw today?
Well, I think we'll continue to move through the season and really really focus on giving ourselves that opportunity. You know, you can't look at an NCAA championship right now. There's a lot of season left, a lot of dual meets, and I think that if we have that opportunity and it looks very visible to me, that we're going to put the best team on the mat.
You guys gave up a lot of stalling calls on the boundary line with the new rule. Is that an adjustment that you guys have to make, or did they just get lost in the atmosphere?
Well, you know, I think you got to walk out. You know, you got to literally walk out. You know, so hey, you know, it was the officials called it the way they saw it. I didn't see any real disadvantage to us by any means. But in those situations, we got called every one of them, and that was what was disappointing.
John, 184, 197 kind of turned the tide there. Talk a little bit about how that played out, and you know, what your hopes were with the
Well, my hopes was we win 84. I mean, it wasn't close. You know, but I don't want to beat Jordan Rogers up right now. I just think that he's got to recognize that he's got to do a lot more in his mental preparation, and really earn the right to be able to go in those environments and pick up and just be competitive right now. You know, so I don't know about winning, but being competitive is be a good start. 97, we threw up Boyd. Felt like that was the only chance for us to win. I thought he would be the only guy that could win at 197. That's why I used him.
Anything else?
Thanks, John.
Thanks, guys.